Joining us now, Horace Cooper, Project 21 chairman, and Xaviaer Durousseau, PragerU personality and former BLM activist. Horace, do those kind of racial attacks work? I mean, is this the end of Ron DeSantis because of these kind of brazen attacks?
This is pitiful. This is sad. First, the NAACP issues a travel advisory, and now the Urban League chimes in. Apparently, they must have some large donor that is saying to them, since you don't have an actual agenda that will matter to Black Americans, nothing for school choice, nothing for safer neighborhoods, nothing to make it possible for people who are entrepreneurs, disproportionately Black men are interested in that, since neither of these organizations have any policies to promote on that, you say these stupid, inane things. Last point, and that is that Black Americans know better. And how do I know? Because they are flocking to Florida. This is just pitiful to see these organizations act this way.
Xavier, Jen Psaki is also playing the race card for Joe Biden. Note this cynical construction. Watch.
They can't make him extreme. They can't really make him offensive. I mean, one, he's a white man who's older, so you know he is comfortable to many in their base. The many in their base. But I think also they have underestimated him.
Xavier, comfortable to what base? Are Republicans on the Biden train because he's old and white? I mean, the last Ipsos Reuters poll had Biden with 91% disapproval from Republicans. I don't know what she's talking about.
Well, neither Republicans or Democrats are comfortable with Joe Biden being the president. Let's make that very clear. And Jen is honestly embarrassing because it's delusional to even insinuate that the right is uncomfortable around people of color. Because let's just take a look at history. Who was the side that was for slavery? The left. Which was the side that was against civil rights? The left. Which was the side that founded the KKK? The left. And which is the side that continues to launch a genocide against Black babies to this very day? The left. So if Jen is going to talk about comfortability, she needs to look herself in the mirror and ask why she is so comfortable lying on national television and continuing this facade of racial division.
I want to ask both of you about this. Horace, I'll start with you. Kamala Harris announced this week her plan to root out racial bias in home appraisals, saying for generations, many people of color have been prevented from taking full advantage of the benefits of home ownership. Today, that legacy of inequality persists in part in the home appraisal system. Now, Harris claims that 97% of appraisers are white and that, on average, homes in majority Black neighborhoods are appraised at half the value of homes in white neighborhoods. Horace, I'll let you react.
This is pitiful. First, they came out with this, if your credit score is too low, we're going to give you an advantage over people whose credit score is, quote, too high. Now what we're saying is, we can't tell whether or not the value of your home is accurate because a disproportionately white majority of people are making the assessments. Does this count for your taxes as well? When the state assesses your property tax, are they lowering those too because you're minorities? Is that what we're wanting to say? We want the Black homes to have these artificially elevated values so they can pay the higher property taxes? There is no scientific showing that any of this is true, and this is pandering. And it's the pandering you do when you don't actually have an agenda that will make a difference in the lives of real people.
Xavier, I'll give you the last word. Your reaction to the bias-free appraiser coming to you courtesy of Kamala Harris.
It's hilarious how they just continuously ignore all the other factors that could be contributing to these issues. But what I want more Black people to realize is all of those victim cards have expired 60 years ago. And most people of color, we realize that already. But it's the left that continuously tries to gaslight us into having victim mentality.
Xavier, before I let you go, you were a BLM activist in 2020. What caused the change, the turnabout?
You know, I actually tried to debunk PragerU videos, and in that process, I accidentally debunked myself. I started realizing just how fraudulent the lies were around Black Lives Matter with their finances and police brutality and all of these different narratives that they put upon Black people to make us feel like we were these oppressed people in America. But now that I recognize the truth, I look back and, you know, I'm just so grateful that I was open to being able to do the research and try to debunk myself. And now, because of that, I'm on the right side of history.
Horace and Xavier, we'll leave it there. Thank you. Have a great...
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.